For thousands of years, civilizations have risen and fallen across the world. But in the modern era, few stories of transformation are as dramatic as the rise of China. Once known mainly for its ancient dynasties and vast rural population, China has rapidly turned into one of the most powerful economic and technological forces on Earth. Cities have expanded at incredible speed, industries have grown into global giants, and hundreds of millions of people have moved into a new era of development. Today, China's influence reaches far beyond its borders, from global trade and advanced technology to space exploration and international infrastructure projects. Behind this rise lies a complex story shaped by political decisions, economic reforms, and decades of strategic planning. The transformation raises a fascinating question. How did a nation with such a long, ancient past become one of the defining powers of the modern world in just a few decades? The story of modern China cannot be understood without looking at its long and complex history. For thousands of years, powerful dynasties shaped the culture, technology, and political traditions of the region. Empires such as the Han Dynasty, the Tang Dynasty, and the Ming Dynasty built strong administrations, trade networks, and cultural systems that influenced much of Asia. Landmarks like the Great Wall of China and the imperial palaces of the Forbidden City still stand today as reminders of that long civilization. Even the discovery of the Terracotta Army revealed the scale and organization of ancient Chinese society. Yet, despite this long heritage, the country entered the 20th century facing enormous political and economic challenges. A major turning point came in the late 1970s when reform policies began under the leadership of Deng Xiaoping. These reforms opened the economy to international trade and allowed new market-based practices while maintaining centralized political control under the Chinese Communist Party. Factories expanded, foreign investment increased, and coastal cities began transforming into major industrial centers. Within a few decades, China became known as the factory of the world, producing electronics, machinery, clothing, and countless consumer goods that reached markets across the globe. Cities such as Shenzhen grew from small towns into massive urban centers, while Shanghai and Beijing became global hubs of finance, technology, and government. As manufacturing expanded, China also began investing heavily in infrastructure. One of the most visible developments was the creation of the world's largest high-speed rail network, connecting distant regions with trains capable of traveling hundreds of kilometers per hour. At the same time, China launched a massive international development strategy known as the Belt and Road Initiative. Through this program, railways, ports, and highways are being built across Asia, Europe, and Africa, linking trade routes and strengthening economic partnerships with dozens of countries. Supporters describe it as a modern revival of the ancient Silk Road, while critics debate its geopolitical implications. Either way, it reflects the scale of China's global ambitions.
China's transformation has not been limited to manufacturing and infrastructure. The country has also become a major technology center. Companies such as Huawei, Tencent, and Alibaba Group have built enormous digital platforms serving hundreds of millions of users. Mobile payments have become a normal part of everyday life through services like Alipay and WeChat, allowing people to pay for transportation, food, or shopping with a simple scan of a phone. These technologies have helped create one of the world's largest digital economies and have turned China into a major competitor in areas such as artificial intelligence, telecommunications, and online commerce. Meanwhile, the country has continued expanding its capabilities in defense and space exploration. The armed forces, known as the People's Liberation Army, have undergone significant modernization with new naval fleets, advanced missile systems, and cyber capabilities. Beyond Earth, China has developed its own permanent space platform, the Tiangong Space Station, marking a major milestone in space research. Lunar missions such as Chang'e 4 have even achieved historic landings on parts of the moon never explored before. These achievements signal a broader ambition to become one of the leading space powers of the 21st century. Despite these dramatic achievements, China also faces several major challenges. One issue is demographic change linked to the former one-child policy, which limited family size for decades. While the policy slowed population growth, it also created a rapidly aging society and long-term workforce concerns. Rapid industrial growth has also produced environmental pressures, including air pollution and water contamination. In response, China has become one of the largest investors in renewable energy, building vast solar and wind power facilities to reduce dependence on fossil fuels.
At the same time, China's cultural identity remains deeply connected to traditions that stretch back thousands of years. The official language, Mandarin Chinese, is spoken by hundreds of millions of people, while regional cuisines and customs continue to shape everyday life across the country's diverse regions. Ancient heritage sites attract visitors from around the world, blending history with the modern skyline of rapidly growing cities. The result is a unique combination of ancient civilization and modern technological transformation. Today, China stands at the center of many global conversations about economics, technology, and international influence. Its development has lifted millions out of poverty, reshaped global trade, and changed how countries interact economically and politically. Yet, the speed and scale of this transformation also raise important questions about the future, questions about economic sustainability, geopolitical balance, and the role China will play in shaping the decades ahead. The rise of China is one of the most remarkable transformations in modern history. From an ancient civilization shaped by powerful dynasties to a modern nation driving global trade, technology, and infrastructure, China has changed the balance of economic power within just a few decades. Massive cities, advanced technology companies, and ambitious international projects now show how far the country has come. At the same time, its long cultural history, from the era of the Han Dynasty to the achievements of the modern space program, continues to influence how the nation sees its place in the world. Yet many questions about the future remain open. As China continues expanding its economic influence, investing in global infrastructure, and exploring space through projects like the Tiangong Space Station, the world is watching closely. Will China become the dominant global power of the 21st century, or will new challenges reshape its path forward? The answer may depend not only on China's choices, but also on how the rest of the world responds to one of the most powerful and complex nations of our time. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. If you love discovering shocking facts, mysterious places, and unbelievable wonders of our world, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, like this video, and share it with your friends and families. Have a nice time!